Imagine buying a 200-pound wild animal that can basically rip off your arm, and then teaching it how to use an iPad, sign language, putting shirts and clothes, modernizing it, becoming a part of the family like your own son, only to have it This movie is Primate and answers the question, what happens when you raise a chimpanzee in a glass house and ignore every single rule book, every single rule against it? Well, it eats you and your entire family to pieces. But to be fair, Ben is a cute character and it really reminds me of why animals are so cute. I mean, Ben, until Ben became the monster.
My hand? He wants to shake my hand? Hi, Ben! He found me.
Meet the Miller family, the protagonists of a movie who live in some rich-ass isolated mansion in Hawaii. Now, I've never been to Hawaii, so I don't know how big it is, but it was big enough that it was very, very, very on top of a hill. And of course, they had to raise the chimpanzee very, very close to a hill, because if it pushes any one of them, they will just, just only die and break their necks and all that. That doesn't matter. I mean, who cares? I mean, they die. Everybody dies, right? I sound so stupid, but of course they do. They raise a chimp, and of course the dad is played by Troy Kotsur. I'm so sorry for killing his name. I know. I'm sorry. But Troy Kotsur. Let's just keep it Kotsur. Just Troy T. Troy K. Sorry. The dad is played by Troy K, who plays this character who's a loving and supportive dad. He's deaf and he's dumb, but he's such an avid and fluent speaker of sign language, and both his daughters and even the pet chimpanzee is very fluent. Now he also has, your modern devices to help communicate better for people who do not know sign language, and he does this role very well, until the character makes a fatal flaw of leaving his daughters with his infected pets. Yeah, infected. Now the primary victim in this whole storyline is actually Ben. Now, medically speaking, I should not bore you enough medical details. I'm sorry, but I'm going to say it. Medically speaking, rabies or madness in Latin means that this virus in your body starts to control your brain and make you go cuckoo. So, Ben was already gone the moment he got infected. So, unfortunately, while we can say Ben was the villain, he actually was the victim.
Ben, happy.
The movie begins with Lucy, the eldest daughter of the family, coming home from college, and she's so excited to meet her family and her long-lost brother, chimp brother. She even buys him a teddy bear, which is very cute and sweet. And towards the beginning of the movie, it's so family and cordial and nice and warm until the chimpanzee goes rogue and starts to kill everybody. Yeah, I don't know, I've not watched horror that was that gory for a while, so he definitely did well. I mean, really well. Shout out to Prosthetics team, they did awesome. Blood was everywhere. Like, it was scary. It definitely was scary. But Lucy kinda did not remember her sister Erin. And Erin, has this whole bad reaction to her coming. But they do make up towards the movie's middle part. And eventually the movie progresses there. And then we see that Ben is infected by mongoose. And obviously daddy, being smart daddy, brings mongoose for daughters to eat. And daughters do not eat mongoose, thank God. But Ben, unfortunately, having been infected, begins within the next 24 hours to begin experiencing the rabies symptoms. I mean, technically in real life, that doesn't happen. Rabies takes about, I don't know, I'd say around, from my memory, I'd say around 2 weeks. 2 weeks for the disease to actually begin manifesting. And the 2 weeks is like the prodromal stage. I'm medical students, let me teach you, alright? Now the prodromal stage is when your normal generalized symptoms like your headaches and your fever and your malaise and the parts that got infected. Maybe you got for the movie, Ben got infected by a bite. So that part gets, swollen up, itchy, all that. That is the prodromal stage. That is not the real disease. Now the real disease starts around day 10, 11, 12, 13. When you begin to actually feel like you're losing control of yourself. You get salivations, you start spitting a lot, you're dehydrated, but you can't drink water because, well, it's got hydrophobia for a reason. Now, this is not a medical class, so I'm not going to start breaking that out, but just know that the virus is scares you drinking water. So, you get it. Hydrophobia. The virus is, so to speak, scared. Now, back to base.
Who the hell has a pet chimp?
Boom! Rabies heads. Ben goes from Curious George to Furious George. That's what I did there. Okay, that's weird. He takes his iPad and he's giving threats. Death, death, death.
Lucy.
And
Bad.
obviously,
Bad.
we do see that his threats are made to come true with the deaths of kill counts. Now, I'm not gonna kill the character's name, you're just gonna have to watch the movie to find out. Kill counts, 2 kill counts, 3 kill counts, 4, 5. So Ben kills a total of 5 people in the movie. And there's a total of about 8 people, so he killed a lot of people.
There's something wrong with Ben.
I think the real lesson from the movie is that if you want a pet, get a mini dog, those chihuahuas, the cute, small, harmless dogs, or maybe a cat. But cats can be dangerous. So no, don't get a dog, don't get a cat. Just get a hamster. It's small, it's easy. Or a guinea pig. Those are very small. And even if they do get rabies, they're not gonna bite your face off or give you some lethal injury. Even if they do bite you, go to a hospital, you'll be all right. Now, don't get a chimpanzee, okay? Please, 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 I'm begging you, don't get a chimpanzee. You do not want your life cut short because you decided to get a gym rat instead of getting an actual rat. Alright? I just think that if you want pets, get for something that's actually your size or smaller, something you can actually, take care of, even if, push comes to shove, rabies happens. Alright? Now, it is important to say that I love pets, but I don't want to own pets because, I'm not for the stress. But Ben is the actual victim in the movie. And I think that most people will not get that because most people always judge things by what they see, and that's all right. But Ben was a victim. Ben is the first victim of the movie. Ben was unfortunately bit by the mongoose who had rabies. So Ben became a carrier. Now, in a couple of hours or days, if they had not been rescued, Erin, aka Lucy's sister, would have actually began to experience rabies madness and would have started to act like Ben. Now, that tells you that the disease is not something that just affects animals, it also affects human beings. And the only real way to cure rabies is to early detect it. Go before your symptoms start, because it's an asymptomatic disease until the symptoms start. Asymptomatic in the sense that you cannot really say the prodromal stage or the stages of fever, headaches, and itchiness is characteristics of only the disease. So once you know you have an injury or you're feeling off, just go to the hospital, do tests, and if you're found to be positive, they give you medication, a vaccine, and that's only if it is detected early. If, within the first 11 days, you'll be alright. Now, if it passes that period of time, rabies is 99.9% fatal. There's only ever been one person that's supposedly been able to survive rabies, and it has never been replicated again, alright? So, every other chance doctors have tried to do it, it just didn't work. So, you don't want to try to be the next case, alright? So, just stay safe, stay healthy, have fun. Please wish me luck. I have a test coming this week. So, I think that's all for it. Subscribe so I can actually improve my quality of videos and watch more videos and, do more stuff. But hey, thank you. Toodles.